love somebody, you should allow them to have that. Sorry, was watching my stuff. That boy was talking. What's up, y'all? Another video real quick. Pretty late right now. It's actually 4 a.m. So I just wanted to make this video real quick. You know, I feel like it's very important. And a lot of people are going to be able to relate to it. And it is about people leaving your life. One thing that I think I realized for sure in my life, I can definitely count on. People are going to leave. They are. Especially when it comes to like the people you're attracted to, like when it comes to like relationships or the people you end up liking and stuff like that. Like for me, women have always shown to be like, one thing that I can count on them for is for them to leave. Nothing else. There's nothing else that I could really like not put past them. Like they might do this, they might do that, they might do this. But one thing's for sure that I always kind of can count on from a girl, a woman, is for them to leave. Now this ain't about, you know, like the woman bashing type of thing. I'm just, you know, telling you my life and what I experienced, because you could experience the same thing as a girl dealing with men or dealing with, you know, whatever you like. But in general, people, they will leave, bro, and you kind of got to accept it. And it's not something that you can really just accept and understand when you're young, because we like to fight for what we want. We like to fight for the people who we have in our life, and we like to be like, no, like, I don't want you to go nowhere, I don't want you to do this. Why do you have to, like, we like to do that. As you get older, you really realize, you know, you experience a lot of stuff, you know, especially by the time you get to where I'm at in life. You experience a lot of stuff, you go through a lot of stuff, and by this time, like for me, you don't care no more. You're still gonna care, don't get me wrong, like it's still gonna affect you when they leave, but you learn how to cope with it better. Like, you know how to deal with it better. You don't crash out about it, or you don't sit there and go chasing after them and stuff, because when you chase them, what's that gonna do? It's gonna make them run more. It's gonna make them leave more. Like, they're just gonna elude you even more. They're just gonna go and not want to be around you even more. And then as soon as you're not paying attention to them, that's when they want to talk to you and come back around. And as soon as you're doing your thing, you know, doing good, looking good, that's when they come back around. You know how that go. I just made a video about that too, about leaving the door unlocked for people. Please go watch that. But other than that, yeah, man, it sucks. And it's crazy because it's like, now in the era that we live in, because of social media, it's so much more like situations where someone will bother you and they don't really have any real intention on like being, like they don't really want to talk to you or really want to be around you. They just see you, so they just got stimulated and want to talk to you for a little while or whatever. You know, it's never real. It feels very miragey. It feels like a mirage where it seems real, they look real, but you know what it is. I also got a video about that. But you know what it is. Like, you know it's not real. From afar, it look real. Then when you get up close and you start getting closer and closer, you recognize, oh yeah, I know what this is. You're going to stay for a little while. We're going to talk for days or weeks, and you're going to bounce out and leave. What's crazy is if you try to chase after them and keep them in your life, you know what they're going to do? It's like they're going to be walking away. They leaving. You're like, where you going? What? I thought we was, wait, hold on. Why are you leaving? You start going after them. They're like this. Oh my God, why are you following me? Can you stop following me, please? You're like, what? What? It'd be the people that bothered you first, like started, like try to get your attention first and messing with you first and stuff. Yo, you didn't even have to come bother me. You could have just left me alone. And then now I'm hooked on you, and now I want to be around you and want to talk to you, and you're gonna leave. You're gonna jump out and leave. That's crazy. As soon as you get hooked too, as soon as you get like, you start actually craving their presence, they're gonna leave. It's crazy. They're gonna leave, bro. It's something that you can count on way more than a person staying. Like, I'd be so surprised when a person isn't leaving immediately. Like, when a girl isn't trying to leave my life immediately. I'd be so surprised. I'd be like, I just expect that you going to switch up on me. You going to bounce. You going, you know? So it's just like, whatever. Even dudes, even like homies, like guys and stuff that I'd be cool with, that be homies with. Even them sometimes, like, I'll start getting cool with somebody. Next thing I know, I'm just, sometimes you can just feel that energy shift where, you know, like, you start recognizing it. And then as you meet more people, you start knowing, like, oh, I know what this is. You're going to be leaving soon. You're gonna be bouncing out soon. Seen this before many times. You just get tired of it, bro. You don't even want to try and fight. You don't want to try and do nothing. You just want to be like, hey, you good? Go ahead. Like, actually, you get to a point when you get to a point where I'm at, who I am as a person today. You get to the point where you start seeing that energy shift, and you start recognizing, and you like, hey. And before they even get to the point where they start trying to avoid you, or they text messages fully switch up, like the energy is just fully going, before it even gets to that point, you want to just be like, I'm the type now where I'll be like, hey, I noticed you're not really talking to me how you was before and everything, and maybe, you not really interested in me anymore. So here's what we're gonna do. I want you to go do your thing or whatever. I'm gonna just leave you alone. I'm gonna bounce out. Cause we ain't even gotta do the whole fearful avoidant thing. We don't gotta do that. We don't gotta do all that. We don't gotta do you trying to, be avoidant because I actually care about you and stuff, and now you acting weird because nope, we don't gotta do that. Go ahead, you good. Let me go lock this door though. Let me go make sure this door locked when you leave, because I'll be leaving it open sometimes and I'll make that mistake. Catch my drift? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I gotta accept it. That's what it is before I even start talking to a new person. A lot of times where I'm already expecting you to leave. I am. And it's fine. It's not like, it sucks, but it's also kind of like reality. And reality sucks. So it is what it is. Now, I do believe though, if you really care about somebody, really truly care about somebody, like somebody comes around it and you normally don't get the same feel from other people like you do from them, I think you should try and keep somebody in your life. There's times I do stuff where I'm like, you know what? I'd never do stuff like this, but for this person, I'm gonna try to make more of an effort with this person. It never typically plays out well, but but yeah, honestly, one of the last times I did that a long time ago, somebody ended up staying in my life way too long and ended up causing a lot of ruckus. And I just realized I maybe should have did that, but I don't really try to live with regret. So it is what it is. I feel like it's all part of, my story and what's supposed to happen. So I'm just like, whatever. But woo, that was one of those moments where I was like, yeah, maybe that wasn't the best idea. By fighting for somebody to stay in your life, be sucking sometimes. If they ain't trying to stay, let them go ahead. Bounce. Treat it like that. Like, hey, I know you want to leave already. Like, you feel me? You're just one step ahead. You going to leave anyway. Why you trying to be all like your text, trying to still text me and be nice and like my story here and there? Nah, go ahead, bounce. Like, don't even bother. Like, let's just rip the whole Band-Aid off. There's no point to sit here and play around with it. Because realistically, you don't give a damn how I feel. You going to leave regardless. You don't care how I feel. You don't care. You don't care how I feel. They don't be caring how y'all feel at all. You're gonna leave regardless. You're gonna leave. You're gonna do your thing. You are gonna look out for you and do what's in your best interest, and where your energy is drawing. That's where you're gonna go, and that's not me, apparently. So do your thing. I'm not gonna sit here and stop you. I just want to help you get up out of here. Let me help you with your stuff. Let me get these bags for you. Let me get you up out of here. That's all it is. People like people for the moment. It's just how it is sometimes, and it's just what it be. You just gotta recognize who to keep around and who not to keep around. Who deserves to be chased after, not even chased after, but what relationships deserve to be worked for, like to keep them around and to keep this preserved and to keep this going. Other than, the ones that's just here for the moment and want to have a good little time, on board now, okay, I'm gonna leave. And what really sucks is when they leave, you're just left with this sense of like emptiness, like you start looking at yourself like, damn, I did something wrong. Like, I messed up. I swear, when I was younger, bro, that was such a big thing for me, where I was just insecure, and I would always, if a girl I liked or something, decided to leave, stop talking to me, or even just a person, like, it would just mess me up and make me feel like damn, did I do something wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? Especially after you see it a few times. Multiple times, you start looking like really heavily at yourself, and maybe you did do something wrong, but eventually it's kind of like, nah. After so long, it's like, okay, this can't just be me. This gotta be, it's bigger than that. And maybe it is me, but maybe I'm not doing something wrong. Maybe it's just not what's meant for me. Maybe I'm meant to just go over there somewhere here and do this. Because when I give myself to this, I see good reciprocation. I see the energy. I see things that's showing me this is where I should be with it. This is where my energy is drawn to. So they gonna do what's best for them. Why not do what's best for you? And why not me do what's best for me by doing this stuff and saying, I'm not thinking about that. That sense of emptiness though that you're left with, where somebody leaves because they just don't even care. They don't care. They'll leave. They don't care about you doing this and doing that. Even if it don't matter how much of an episode you probably gonna throw or doing this. If they got you crying, posting on Instagram, if anything, that's just gonna push them away more. Like, oh my God, they doing too much. There's reality though. You gotta understand that so you can move more proper. It is what it is. Really can't control people, so it's just like, damn. That's why it sucks putting your time into somebody, sometimes, but that's the risk of love. That's the risk with this stuff, man. Never know how it's gonna turn out. I think that's it for this one though. Moral of the story is just know and accept, like when you see that these people are distancing themselves and stuff, just accept it. Like just rip the band-aid off yourself. Just be like, you know what? Because if you sit there and let them go and you're not prepared for it, it's gonna hurt you way more. Promise you. It's gonna be way worse. Like, so recognize, you gotta recognize the where that energy shifts and where they're ready to leave. You gotta just accept it and understand that. You gotta be prepared for somebody to leave. You have to. I wanted to say too, I forgot to say, how like that's why a lot of times when I first meet a girl in person or through the phone, whatever the case may be, I'll be looking at them weird. Like this literally has happened multiple times, like more recent, where I'm like, they start talking to me in person or through the phone, and or we chill for the first time or something, and they think I don't like them or something, or they think, because I'm looking at you with the like kind of like, what's up? Especially if I meet you in person, I'm gonna be looking at you like, what you want? What you gonna try to sell me something? Like what's up with you? Like why me out of all the people who in here or who around, all these boys? Why me? Just don't be trusting it, bro. Or don't be trusting nothing until the trust is earned. Then I love trusting. But if that trust ain't earned, then I gotta look at you sideways. I gotta be prepared for anything. If they wanna leave your life, don't try to make them stay. Let them go. That's what you gotta do. It just is what it is. It's life. It sucks sometimes, but it's life, and you gotta accept it. They're gonna teach you that lesson. I promise you. I promise you. You don't want it to. Hey, you might have to learn that lesson.